Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
You could be a free hot breakfast hero in a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle.
Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel.
A business big leaguer.
Go for key.
Even the ultimate pool float inflator.
With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true.
Gotta get the corners.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KeaversVoice.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never.
Hey, grab me one too.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be.
You could be a free hot breakfast hero in a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle.
Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel.
A business big leaguer.
Go for key.
Even the ultimate pool float inflator.
With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true.
Gotta get the corners.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
afternoon, everybody. Hello and welcome. It is the start of the 2024 HBCU try that again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the BCSN Game Time Show, live from the 2024 MEAC-SWAC Challenge. we are here ready to get things going. Sorry about the delay, but when you get thousands of people in an area, sometimes the internet signal does what it wants to do, but we're here to keep it moving and get some things going. As we stated before, of course, it is the Rattlers of Florida A&M University taking on the Spartans of Norfolk State, who is considered the home team here, although we know that in Atlanta it might seem like a home game for the Rattlers as we get going. And of course, to my right, I've got Mr. Brian Fulford, ONG Strike Zone, the BCSN Sports Rap. And to my left, it's the dean himself, y'all, Dr. Kenyatta Cavill of Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. We got us a weekend session. This is not the lab. This is a special session. But Coach, Doc, let's talk to the folks and tell them what's the atmosphere like. Well, because you kind of colorful out here today, Doc.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted to dress up and make sure people appreciated my ability to navigate the space of my wardrobe. So I went deep in the closet. But all seriousness, this is a South African artist that does design of clothes, and I'm working with him to design my personal line of clothes that kind of goes with my brand now. The dean, as you said, and I appreciate that.
The dean has a brand. I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
With another third of the Inside HBCU crew. Mike Washington is still on assignment, but we made sure that Charles is here. And I bring him in as a Jackson State post because I'm confused in terms of which one of y'all are like at the top of y'all branding when you're talking about Atlanta and who owns this place here. So it's fascinating to me to understand that. And I'm going to give a little shout out to even Southern on our side because they think they got a piece of this too. So it's hilarious to me.
A lot of people who claim that they own Atlanta, huh? A lot of people. I think we can right now we get a hold of that title because we walked out of Atlanta with a title.
Yeah, I like the correlation.
Hello. Yeah, we did. And getting in. Well, and we will definitely be bringing Mr. Bishop in.
Oh, yeah, no
Until
doubt.
then, we will not mention that other state in other city in Mississippi. They ain't even playing today. We can care less about y'all. Oh, let me stop. So
I thought this was the MEAC-SWAC show.
It is, and that's what I was about to say. It's like we are here repping the SWAC and everybody in it. So
they are here in full effect, in all seriousness.
That's right. And now, Brian, what do you got going on, man? How you feeling today? What you ready to do?
I have there is a wonderful aroma of something that is floating this direction, and it is some kind of wonderful seasoning. Can't tell if it's wings or fish. It's quite wonderful, but I mean it's.
I smell both.
Yes, right. That's the same thing.
Let's do this. We're gonna get ready and take a look at some of the sights and maybe a few of the sounds as we're gonna get Kim is getting set up to kind of spin around a little bit.
I like that.
Drew's going to go to the other camera on there for us so that we can get Kim shot up and take a look because it's starting to pick up. It's like 3:40. We are actually right next to the alumni tents for both universities. Norfolk State is literally right at our back. And then a little further down, of course, the Florida A&M alumni tent. Things are going on, man. This is the atmosphere.
It's early, but I must say I like the representation that I've seen from Norfolk State.
Yes.
All kidding aside, we knew FAMU was going to be here. That was regard. Most SWAC schools come in here pretty deep, particularly anybody on what we call the Eastern Division. They come in here deep. But to see Norfolk State represent, I'm excited about that. And they look good too.
Yeah, let me say, I'm definitely. Again, we talked about this the other day. We don't get to see Norfolk State in too many big event settings,
Particularly on the football side.
Especially on the football side. We do on the basketball side, yes. But on the football side, we haven't I'm not going to say forever, but it's been a long time. So it's really good to see Spartan Nation out. It's great to see, man. Again, I'm a product of Spartans, So
that's right, man. Give it proper.
My late mother, my father, thankfully they met at Norfolk State, and so my mother.
I like that. He said thankfully.
Thankfully, right. My cousins, my aunts, got some uncles, Norfolk State grads. I know some of them will be here, so this is a big moment for Norfolk State, and it kind of it kind of reminds me of some of the things we heard Dawson Odom say at the press conference and emphasizing the Spartan Nation that this is big. I mean, he's been in these kind of environments, of course, when he was at Southern, right?
That's right.
So I think him letting the Spartan faithful know, hey, this is big for us, and we got to show up. We got to show up for this.
Great point. Now, I noticed that you were framing everything in football. I know it's football season, but is it just something about basketball you don't like to talk about?
Football takes so much time and energy, that by the time you
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, no. I mean, and by the time you get to basketball, you really only have that 3-month window of January to March. So I don't want to look down upon basketball because the Spartans, they do a great job of representing during that time of the year. So I just think it's one of those things that's paramount. So,
Well, as we go in, we're going to do this. I'm going to get in the first segment and kind of get out of you guys' way, let other folks get in, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we've got going on. So I've got a question for you. You both kind of ran into what I wanted us to get into at the beginning of this talk about this, because we've often stated the fact that once you get past what we used to call the Power 5, now the Power 4 conferences, the most potential for revenue generation lies in the HBCU market space. And so we're going to get into this question, but we want you guys to think about this question while we're going. What type of things do we need to do to create these type of events throughout the season, not just for football, in basketball, baseball, softball, and other sports? So what we're going to do, folks, we're going to let you all pontificate on that. We're going to take a quick break and get some things together. These really smarter than me gentlemen are going to come back and answer that question. But you're tuned in to the BCSN Game Time Show right here on the Black College Sports Network.
Atlanta, Georgia. The HBCU football capital hosts the Cricket MEAC-SWAC Challenge on August 24th. Florida A&M Rattlers, Norfolk State Spartans. SWAC versus MEAC. The rivalry is real. Come out to Center Park Stadium to see the returning HBCU national champions and two of the best HBCU bands in the land, the Marching 100 and the Spartan Legion. The day starts with a kickoff fan experience tailgate and concludes with a primetime matchup on ABC. For more information, visit MEAC-SWAC Challenge.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Hey, grab me one too.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app. As we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture this.
Oh, I didn't know I was coming back. Welcome back to the BCSN Game Time live outside of Center Park Stadium.
Try to set you up.
I know. You
just said that.
I always anyway, live out here at Center Park Stadium, out here across from the stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, in the, I don't know what this particular tailgate section is called. More of the alumni, the vendor tailgate.
Vendors in alumni.
All right, so we got vendors here. AD Drew, Charles Bishop, of course, joining myself and Dr. Cavill. Charles, what's this atmosphere like? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even remember what the question was. The question had to do. What was the question?
The question was us to ask, like, what do those that are leading athletics, what do they have to do to create this environment through multiple sports and improve on this environment and increase it for multiple events, not just, the classic type of games, if you would, homecoming, but how do you transcend this past football season throughout the year, particularly in basketball, baseball, maybe even some track and field?
To make every game an event.
Yeah.
To make every.
You stole the words over there. And that's what it is. Go ahead and explain that.
No, I mean, I think that's something that you have to seriously take a look at in terms of the process of making.
It is on, just static.
Yeah, making sure that every game has an event atmosphere. And this is a passionate fan base when you're talking about HBCU fan bases. And if you put a product out there or an event style out there that people look at and see and it's tangible, they're willing to come to us. So I have no doubt that the energy is there, the fan base is there, but you have to, make every game day atmosphere that sort of event, this festivities going on that families can come to and really enjoy.
You want to?
I do have a thought. I don't know. Before I go to Drew, I don't know. Are you hearing the? Okay, so the question is how to turn this into, how to replicate this in other sports, or should they? Should athletic departments look to partner with entities and create more events like this?
I mean, we tried this at some universities.
Hold on, and I hear him. Make sure we hear his mic.
Well, while he's working on that, I'll go into some analysis in terms of that. I think we should replicate.
Mic check.
Now, you might have to do it in terms of scale, in terms of what that looks like. And so as you're beginning with events like basketball for home games or baseball for home games, you scale it down a little bit, but you still make it an event. And you might do it for one game. So the natural game to do it in baseball or basketball is the rivalry games.
Yeah.
Thank you. The rivalry games. And you said it. You want to create events. What are some of the natural games that are almost events in themselves are the rivalry game? So you stick some things around it, you will take it to the next level. Now, there's some institutions that have what you would call maybe multiple rivalry games, so that helps them to be able to do multiple games. But at the very least, you need to do your rivalry games and celebrate them as events. As you get into the spring, it's even easier because you can do track and field.
Yeah.
It's nice outdoor spring events. Baseball, you can do spring events. One thing that Prairie View had did a couple of years ago, and I've seen some other schools start doing it, and this was kind of under Ashley Robinson, so I've seen him doing it at Jackson State, that he aligns his schedule when there's an opportunity when baseball, track and field, baseball and softball have home games. He'll add in the fact and do a track and field event. Obviously, you had the legendary PV relays, and you would make this mega event, and they would even attach it to high school day, where high school students will come in. So now you have the people coming already, and you've created this multiple level atmosphere that works. You could do it around the spring game with some things like that.
Tennis matches as well.
Right.
Yeah,
so you could create events and multiply effect for your basketball winter games, and also particularly for the spring.
That is let me check Drew's mic. Drew, no, I'm not hearing Drew. I'll say that you have to do it around multiple events in the spring. I think what makes this work is two fronts. One, it's at the beginning of the year. It's one that it's the beginning of the academic year. Two, it's football and football season. So I don't know, that's 2A and 2B, right? Football and football season.
To your point, what's nice about football that you do have to be aware of the other events is football has a natural buildup. It builds up basically for a week, whether it's Thursday or even whether it's the weekend. You get a chance to kind of ramp up. If it's after the first week, you got Monday where you Sunday and Monday where you're talking about what happened in the game, whether you won or lost. Then you got your stirring of the things, and you get into Wednesday, Thursday. Now it's time to talk about the next matchup.
Yeah,
it's a natural buildup. You have a little bit of that in baseball, even though you have the midweek games until conference play. Basketball, you have it to some degree because it's still Saturday, Monday. The Monday one is hard to do, but you got build up to go into that Saturday.
But don't you think the game? See, when I think about what is a challenge for baseball, is that the game moves slower. See, like when I think of track, because track is a speed event and you have events going one after another, you have that in a microcosm. You're looking forward to the next.
But I think you have to adjust in terms of baseball, as you know, right? Baseball, the tailgate atmosphere for baseball, and we've had the luxury to see Southern. And while there may be some concerns we've had about Southern, as a rivalry, they've got baseball right.
Okay.
They come out there and they cooking the crawfish, they doing the fish fries, and so it is a festivity event. Okay. And then they go into the game. People will leave maybe after 2 or 3, 4 innings, come and get some more libations or whatever, and then they'll go back, and they're certainly there for the end of the game, 7, 8, 9 innings, unless it's a blowout. But they understood how you build it up, and it's fine that people are not there for the entire baseball game. People watch baseball like that across the country.
Okay.
People will come third inning and stay till late, or people will come the first couple of innings and leave in 7. Your hardcore fans, they'll be there.
That's them allowing you to leave and come back. Normally you can't do that in on the
right, but I'm saying you create that at the college level because you do that in a way that doesn't matter. Then you can even do other different things about enhancing the music components. When you break different innings, you can really get people excited about that, and you can incorporate some things that are adjudicated to the culture. You can bring the band in there. Maybe it's doing a pre-thing with the band. Maybe it's doing the 7th inning stretch. You can do things, but you gotta allow yourself to be imaginative and not be trapped by everybody's constraint of what baseball or basketball is. You create what works for you. And football has forced that issue, and they make it. We probably could do some better things with football. I'll add this and pass the mic. We talk about on our show when we do the band updates, one of the things we said that bands have to participate. We said in the SWAC, it's nice that in each division at least, every school should be mandated that they're going to travel to 2 teams in their division. Those are short trips. So I know it gets expensive, but you should be able to do 2 trips in your division. For FAMU, Alabama State should be without a doubt.
They do that.
Right?
Yep.
And you just talking about adding one more, whether it's Jackson or Alabama A&M. You add it. You see what I'm saying? You need to do that. Prairie View is one that can be talked about.
I don't know
they
why
do
their
classics.
Jackson, Charles. You're going to ask me the question. I don't know why. But it's a sore point.
But one thing I want to do, because sometimes I'll rib Jackson State or Southern. I want to give them some credit because they deserve it. They travel.
Yes, sir,
and then you wonder why they have the paucity and the arrogance and with some people, but really it's just support and belief that this is what we do. We celebrate our team.
Yep. They're there. They're part of it. Go ahead, Drew. Make sure we can hear you though. So go ahead.
Mic check 1 2. Can y'all hear me now?
You're a little hot. There you go. Bring it there. You're good right there. Right there. You're good.
All right, because I went from mic where you couldn't hear me to one.
I know. I got you. Go ahead.
All right, now where are we at in this question? Because I know originally we started with can we duplicate this?
But just go there. Just go there. Can you duplicate it and how you evolve? Yeah, go. You can go there.
Well, the biggest question is, do we have the infrastructure to duplicate this in the springtime? Because if you have an event like this in the springtime, which is probably going to be on campus, if you've got a spring sports carnival like schools used to have, we used to have it at FAMU, where we had track, tennis, baseball, softball, whatever playing on campus at the same time. And if you add in a spring football game into it, well, that's a lot of strain on our overstressed athletic departments already. SIDs have to have those covered. Game operations have to have those covered. Security have to have those covered. So while it's a great thing, and I would love to see it, the question is, are we willing to put the other resources in it so that we can effectively do it? Because you don't want to bring that many people to your campus and then not have all your ducks in a row.
But they do that. It's not a question, can they? It's the question of are they committed to it? I just gave you.
That's what I meant.
But I'm saying we do that at Prairie View. I got to bring y'all down there. Y'all this is where I say, as y'all talk about the band travel, y'all got to travel too. Y'all got to
definitely.
Y'all got to see this.
I'm so about Southern too. Not going to Southern.
I'm not saying this as a joke, but I'm saying so you can experience what can happen. So Charles, for example, he's in Houston, and we invite him down, so he's seen the PV event for baseball. It's one of the things we probably do better while we get teased in terms of our football intensity, which can improve. What we do with track and field and the partnership between softball and baseball in the spring game is significant. We have thousands of people out there, and I say all that is because they have the policing down there. So I'm not questioning that, but I'm saying it can be done. The last thing I will say is we have to be careful of talking about, do we want to make the commitment? Because commitment doesn't have to all come at once. It can be a step. You can do a couple of things at first within your budget, get your return on what you're doing, and then build up. It doesn't have to be a Super Bowl the first time you do it.
I got you.
I will tell you one other place that I've been to, Dr. Gavir, that does it right is I've been to Alabama State for baseball and softball.
They do. You're right.
And just without the university even adding anything to it, just the people in that community for baseball and softball at Alabama State. No, I haven't been to Jackson for spring, but I'm just saying I have been to Alabama State for baseball and for softball in the springtime. And just because of where the stadiums are located within the neighborhood, people get out there. They got the grills going. They got the music going, and all of that. That's another place that I know that gets it right.
And all I'm saying is you cannot tell me that FAMU can't do that.
Oh, we can. We used to.
When you have a committed,
we used to back in the 90s.
When you have a committed, since we're using that word, when you have a committed administration.
Well, when we have a steady administration to start before we get committed.
Which one? What? The chicken or the egg? Committed or steady? What comes first? Commitment or steadfastness?
You can't implement an idea if you got new person implementing ideas every year.
I would say commitment, because even though you have changed the people, if it's there, they're gonna have to stay with it. So like homecoming is big. I don't care what president or AD come in there, they ain't doing too much to mess with homecoming. It is what it is.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Wow, like crystal clear right now.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
I hear you.
So I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in, and then let you jump on to whatever next conversation you want to have. We can do this.
It's coming in. You're good, but it's in and out. But go ahead.
Okay, the issue isn't just about our schools, because there are municipalities around the country that will pay to have the HBCU fan bases come in. They will create the events, give you the hotel space and all of that kind of thing. We just have to start thinking out of the box. We can't continue to just be, let's do the traditional stuff. Let's try to get this. And, it's going to cost us this. No. You have to spend a little money to make a little money. And so we've got to take these chances and get into it. So, Brian, your next question.
I had a next question. I don't even remember. What was my next?
You were talking about the atmospher.
You see
were
that,
asking
Charles?
about the atmosphere.
Charles, you know, somebody asked had Brian been drinking all night.
Yeah, he got it slow today. We gonna have to take it over and help him. Go ahead, Charles.
I mean, when you kind of take a look at what this thing has grown into, especially well, we're here in the vendor lot. You have an area over here with more tents and whatnot. But this is a tremendously festive atmosphere.
Oh, no doubt. In fact, our Uber driver who is an international individual that was doing around there, he mentioned when he first came up and he saw everything, he said, "Oh, festival."
Yeah.
I said, it's a football game.
Right.
But then it hit me and I was like, no, you're right. It's a festival and a football game.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And the amount of green, I don't think I've ever seen this amount of green anywhere. My goodness, Norfolk State.
Other than in my wallet.
Yeah, I know exactly. I mean, you know, behold the green and gold. We got strikes going on. This is
the
Hey, and I would say this: y'all teach the young folks well. I seen it. The young man was with his people, his family, and he come over there and he made sure, he gonna throw the strike signs.
Well, look, it's kind of one of those things, like, you know, there are a lot of tigers in the diaspora. There are a lot of panthers. There are a lot of cats. You don't have too many rattlesnakes.
That's y'all's
You
roll
don't
tide.
have exactly. It is so unique. You know, cats and dogs are everybody's favorite mascot, but there are very few rattlers, rattlesnakes, snakes. You know, so it's kind of cool. I'm definitely afraid of snakes, except when I'm with my people. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time I am not afraid of snakes.
That's fair.
And
That's
so
fair.
you know it's the venom and everything. You know, it's so exciting. But I think it is nice to see the gold, the green and gold, because we don't see a lot of gold. But FAMU's coming heavy orange. You know, FAMU said today, make it an orange out so that we have there's another green, like you said, but we're not going to get confused with that other green floating around. We're just going to be orange today. So you're going to see a lot of orange trimmed in green. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And I think what it's going to make for an exciting stadium, because you're going to be able to really see the 75%, my prediction, 75% of the crowd that's going to be heavy Florida A&M.
Which side of y'all?
We already sold out the visitor side after about 2 weeks, it seemed like. So we are on the short side of the field. And I guarantee you there will be plenty of orange on the home side.
Yeah, we're everywhere, Doc. I mean, what side? I don't know. They try to stick us on the visitor side.
I will say this. I've seen 4-1 right now. Now, I know y'all might be all over on the other side. Are y'all late to the party?
Hey,
but what I've seen stroll across here has been about 4-1.
That's 75%.
That's because of Norfolk.
No, it's been 4-1. Behold.
I'll say this. The bar was set last year at the MEAC-SWAC challenge. Y'all gotta meet the bar
y'all did.
and exceed the bar.
I was there.
Okay.
Y'all did the thing. JSU showed up. It was a good crowd. It was a good crowd, definitely. And so we're trying to equal that. And we hopefully we got a good partner. Just like South Carolina State kind of showed up a little bit.
Yeah.
And y'all took up 75% of the crowd. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that today.
So how do you like the idea of the game at night? And obviously that's a television thing, but you got all day to party. It was a little different for us because we are, around the hotel talking a little bit, got a chance to go work out. Hey, I got my workout in.
Yeah,
I got to put that on there.
Exactly, true.
Hey,
And then we ate a little bit, but it was intriguing about that in terms of when you look at the timing of this game.
So real quick, just to give a couple of shout outs and say some stuff. Edwin, Brian, he said make sure Brian has his earrings in to get his superpowers.
Two of them are in, Edwin. 2 of them are in today. I got them. I got them.
And Doc ODB asks, why were you dressed like Randy Macho Man Savage? You got to be over 42 to get that reference.
Right, exactly.
I want to add, and while we're talking about atmosphere, this is something that had me thinking. And as I was watching the first college football game today, which was across the seas, across the country, in another land, I was wondering, is this transferable across the ocean or pond? Is there
that's a great question.
Is there a country, and I let's even take it to the motherland, is there a country that something like this would work.
South Africa.
I would love to go to Ghana with this.
South Africa, Ghana, Zimbabwe.
Ghana jumps out for whatever
Ghana
reason.
does. I'm not familiar, but
I agree with Ghana in just in terms of how much they have celebrated.
Really?
The return, you had the return. You got a lot of expatriates in terms of the African Americans that are moving in there. But I was watching a video the other day that talked about the 5 largest areas where you have African Americans that are living abroad.
Okay.
Mexico. We forget about Mexico.
Forget about Mexico. Yeah.
Wow.
What about Nigeria?
The one they looked at in the top 5 where was Ghana, to your point, was one of them. There was one in the Caribbean, Brazil, even though you have a language barrier.
Yeah.
Colombia, people don't think about that. Colombia is another large population. But I think anywhere where you have the diaspora and you have a lot of African Americans, blacks that are in other groups of large black neighborhoods in there. So like Nigeria is another one to consider. South of Africa, as you talked about. Also, when you start looking at Canada, I think you start maybe regional to America, and then you think about that. Remember, we did have the Bahamas games. Now, it was mid-September. I think that had a chance to be significant, but it only had the 1 year, although my understanding originally was supposed to be a 3-year contract.
I'm surprised I didn't hear Jamaica thrown in there because we love to travel there. But I also think in order for something like that to really blossom, I really feel like there would have to be that connection with that local community, that local city or country.
Yeah, I agree.
And it would have to be a slow build, meaning like we have all of these streaming games this year.
Would
right?
the Dominican be a good place?
Yeah, we starting to see a lot of us travel over there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think all of them are in play, but I think you also have to be able. Somebody would have to be able to take all of these streaming opportunities. I mean, we've talked about this was an unprecedented year and the amount of coverage that people will have. I mean, many schools will have their entire season broadcast on some streaming or national platform, right? So what are the people? Are the people in Brazil, Colombia, the Dominican, all these outside of the United States entities, are they tapped in? Is somebody going to be savvy enough to advertise and broadcast and say, hey, watch this HBCU basketball, football, learn about the HBCU diaspora and the event and social, because it may take a couple years to draw that interest before we actually do take a game overseas and it really flourish.
But I think part of that is going to be looking at the ones that already did that. That's why I wanted to talk about, African Americans that have expatriated or in places, right? So if you move somewhere, you tend to take that culture with you.
Sure.
So if for example, Bahamas has a huge population of HBCU alumni there. People don't realize that we did our national convention in Prairie View in Bahamas, right?
I saw you do
Texas
that, yeah.
Southern has a huge contingent. I know FAMU has a huge contingent, Bethune-Cookman, right? So you already have a population of Bohemians that are true to the HBCU culture because they went there themselves. So those are the things that you want to look at is where do you have some areas where you have a large group of alumni in that area that can help create the seeds that you're talking about between the local group. The other thing that we got to talk about that a lot of times when we do these analysis, we really don't bring to the table is which country, particular city in that area has the financial means and desire to support an event like that, knowing they're going to get their return.
Yeah.
So you got to have them want to invest in it. So we bring this up because obviously the morning game with Florida State and Georgia Tech right here in Atlanta. Shout out to some of our HBCU alumni that did their undergraduate at HBCU and then did their graduate studies at Georgia Tech. They're excited from the statement they made with the ACC. I don't want to get too far in that because it's about HBCUs. But the point I'm making is you have obviously the financial support of ESPN, the broadcast company, that helps offset the cost of
flying over there, having students do. But also you have that city in that country sports components paying into the dividends and supporting that.
Sports tourism.
Right. They're financially involved to have everybody celebrate the mixing of these two cultural events and making it a significant and a national event. So you got to have that as well.
Anybody, Drew, you want to add? Did you want to add in anything on that? No? Okay. Well, I think we're going to have to keep it going. I was going to say take a break, but our producer's running around doing 5 things. That's cool. So I do want to, we haven't, as we do this show, I did want to talk about the preseason top 10 as we've seen these various polls. And, of course, while we have Dr. Cavill here, we can always get into talking about the top 10. Now, I admittedly missed the Division I. I heard who was number 1, which kind of I was like, sometimes I'm like Mike Washington. I was like, what? How isn't it? But okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know, no shade.
It's too late.
Exactly. So that's why I said when we come back here from the break, I want to talk about that Dr. Cavill's top 10. And we've got, I don't know who those Spartans are, but we got some Spartans. Roy's pointing like I know who they are. But we got.
I didn't say you know who they are. We have 2 Spartans that are coming to talk to us.
Okay, well, hey, great. So when we come back after this break, we'll talk to some Spartans because we don't want you to think that this is heavy in all SWAC or all FAMU. So we'll get a chance to talk to some Spartans here.
But there's only one U, FAMU.
See? True. Mic drop. Hang in there, share the feed with somebody, and if you're making your way over to the game, if you're in the Atlanta area and you're watching us,
stop by.
We're right next to the Go Army and the vendor area. So if you find where Go Army is, if you find where the Norfolk State and the FAMU alumni tents are, we are right there in the corner. I don't know what street that is.
We're across from Grits and Eggs Breakfast Kitchen.
There it is.
And Piedmont Urgent Care.
Yeah, so we're right here on the corner. So, I mean, we're very visible if you're walking by and you see us. So make sure to come on by, say hello to us. The guys from inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Of course, me and Drew here from the BCSN Sports Wrap. And let me take that break now. You're watching the BCSN Game Time right here live in Atlanta, Georgia for the MEAC-SWAC Challenge.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
This is Ryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part. Welcome back to the BCSN Game Time live here in Atlanta, Georgia. Brian Fulford and Dr. Kenyatta Cavill on the other end. It warms my heart to be sitting next to a pair of Spartans. I just want y'all to know I am of Spartan blood. Two parents who are graduates of Norfolk State University. So it's a pleasure to have Winetta and Langston. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Maybe give us a little, when did you go to Norfolk State? Maybe any other accomplishments or things that you want to let people know about.
Okay. You want to go first?
Okay, so I'm Langston Willis, 1998 graduate of Norfolk State University, Mass Comm journalism major. Currently a member of the Baltimore Metro chapter of the NSU Alumni Association. I've been active in the Alumni Association for about 21 years. I love supporting Norfolk State and promoting Norfolk State and getting the word out about all the great opportunities that Norfolk State provides to these kids.
All right. When again did you say you finished at Norfolk State?
1998.
98. Okay, we're about the same age. That's when I finished. See, had I gone to Norfolk State and followed my parents' advice, we'd have been classmates. See? No doubt.
So, now I want you to do this as you move forward. Just show your little love. I want you to give me your inside the stadium. But when you feel like you scored a touchdown, I want you to talk at that levels. You don't have to be cool. You can only get it out. Okay. So you're so bright.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Winetta, go ahead.
I'm Winetta Marlowe. I graduated in 2012, class of 2012. Interdisciplinary studies with a concentration in physical education. So I'm a teacher now.
Okay.
And I what was the other question?
No, just I don't know if you're involved in any organizations while at Norfolk State or.
Well, I'm also trying to start a chapter, and Langston's been trying to help me out in Florida.
Okay.
So we trying to start the Florida chapter down in South Florida, but we're talking about doing the whole Florida. Okay. I'm also a lifetime member for Norfolk State Alumni chapter as well.
Okay. I'm from Orlando, so I Florida ties, Florida in the house. We've talked about just this opportunity and this event for Norfolk State. What is it like? As obviously there are two different generations here. I would go ahead and respect that, but Norfolk State has a strong presence in a lot of sports. Recently, a lot of people don't associate Norfolk State with football, but there is a history there. But being in an event like this, what is this like for you and for this fan base or the alumni base that you all represent? Like I said, you're more from this millennium. You, of course, you and me kind of last millennium. I can say that. That's wild to say. But anyway, just go ahead and give your thoughts there.
I think it's a great opportunity for us as Spartans to showcase to the world what Norfolk State offers. Everyone knows Norfolk State from basketball, what we did against Missouri in 2012, beat a number 2 seed. We're 19th. I forgot what it was. But anyway, we beat Missouri in 2012, and everybody knew the word is Norfolk State University. We have not had the same amount of success in football, but we're hoping to turn that around. We're cheering for our coach. We're looking for a turnaround of our fortunes recently, and we feel we have the best band in the land. So a lot of people,
you definitely have one of the top 5.
I know, but you're not gonna hear a Spartan say that our band is less than any other band. You won't hear a Rattler say the same thing.
Right,
so
exactly.
We feel that we are the best band in the land. We get to showcase that. We've had some great events here. I know they had the HBCU United, the Dream, and with the Braves. We fed the band. We had a golf tournament, raised some scholarship money. Our Atlanta Metro Alumni chapter is hosting us. They're doing a phenomenal job of providing for the Spartans that are in town to view this event. So look, we're just trying to show the green and gold love that we have to everyone around the world and show what Norfolk State can do.
It's all about that.
All right. And what are your thoughts from your perspective in terms of what are your peers feeling and buzzing about this event?
So we're trying to pick up where they left off and try to enhance our culture, keep it alive, and just try to keep progressing as the years go by. So
right. Doc, you want to get in anything?
Yeah,
over
I want to
here?
ask you a little bit about the football game. Obviously,
your quarterback was announced for 4 games, so you got to look at it from a different perspective. What are you looking for in this particular game and the rest of the season for your Spartans?
I know it's a new quarterback. I don't know how. I think he's a transfer, but next man up. We're assuming he knows the plays. We're assuming he knows what to do under center. Otherwise, coach wouldn't have brought him to Norfolk State. So we're looking to shock the world and say, because I know a lot of people are overlooking Norfolk State today. So we're gonna prove y'all wrong and say, hey, look, wow, Norfolk State they surprised us today. So hopefully we'll be back in Atlanta in December for the Celebration Bowl. That's
Start
what
in
I
Atlanta
want to see.
and finish in Atlanta. I
Yes,
like that
exactly.
attitude and search you want to do.
There you go.
Okay.
There we go.
Pretty good when he's talking about winning. What are you? What are your thoughts in terms of the football season? What do you look forward to this year?
Look, I don't follow football.
Okay, so I'll take that. I'll take
Not
that hand
that
off.
often,
I got my
but
Spartans
we,
back.
But we also always trying to win. So
Yeah. It's an interesting year for us. So we're gonna see what happens. Coach has been building his roster since he took over the team.
Yeah.
So hopefully now he's got the players in place, the coaches that he needs to win. And like I said, we want to be back in Atlanta in December so we can do this all over again.
Let's go. Go ahead, Brian.
I want to come back to talking about the Spartan Legion, right? Because now, once again, another shameless plug. My father played in this. I'll be honest. I don't know if it was called the Spartan Legion back in 60 something. Probably was, but he was a product, played in the band. My love for being in the band came from him, and I always remember, yes, I became infatuated with FAMU in the Marching 100, but I was first familiarized with Norfolk State's band, right? So watching the Spartan Legion over these last several years become one of the top 5 bands, and I say one of the top 5, there'd be a strong argument from a lot of our SWAC brethren, but anyway, talk a little bit about what the Spartan Legion brings to this kind of environment and how this can propel and really continue to keep people talking about Norfolk State after this game. Juanetta, we'll start with you.
the Spartan
Brian be
band-
asking them dissertation questions.
I know.
I feel like the Spartan band is it brings life to the games. They actually they get you in tune to what's going on halftime whenever they play. You feel the vibration, you feel the energy from the band. So I feel like will you have anything to put to
Yeah,
that?
I agree. For those that don't know, the Spartan Legion recently went to the Rose Bowl parade this year.
Yep.
We had an outstanding performance. You can look it up on YouTube. Great performance, and we know what our band does. The people in the 757, the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, they know what the band does. We want to expand that outreach to people, show Atlanta what the band can do. We can maybe get some more recruits, some more students at Norfolk State, and we can expand our brand. So, like you said, they always be known as one of the top 5 bands, in HBCU sports.
Top.
Is the Spartan Legion the best band in the MEAC?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Is the Spartan Legion the best band in Virginia?
Of course.
Without a doubt.
All right.
Battle of the Bay.
Again, like
we
I
always
said,
win.
that's a
Battle of the
given.
Bay.
That's a given.
We always win the Battle of the Bay.
Look, okay.
Nobody goes to any of those other schools to see the band.
I just, I know there's other schools like Virginia, the Trojan Explosion and BU. I know they put their chest out a lot.
They can put their chest out, but
that's why I brought it down to Virginia.
They know who Daddy is. They know who Daddy is.
They know the spot. I want to ask you about that when you look at that too in terms of homecoming. You always have these different rankings of the best homecoming or whatever. Tell us why the Norfolk State homecoming is special.
It's special because it's our homecoming. A FAMU homecoming is going to be special to a Rattler. G-Ho is going to be special to a Aggie. Our homecoming is special to us. So, we don't care about rankings. We go in the yard. We have fun. We party. We get it in. Everybody on Monday morning going to work is dragging like, man, I had a ball, and I would do it all over again. So that's our homecoming. That's why it's special. Yeah.
So your question, the same thing, sticking with homecoming, what do you believe makes it unique? What is something special that you can say, we do this really special in terms of our homecoming?
Just partying on the yard.
Yeah.
Partying on the yard.
I mean, from sun up.
Hey, no, you can do that. That's special now.
Once the parade goes by, the yard opens up and we're there until well after dark.
Yeah.
So it's partying everywhere on the yard. The entire campus, there's somebody grilling out, playing music, doing whatever.
I have to get there for a homecoming. I like to travel, and I go to multiple homecomings. I've been to in the SWAC about 10 of them. Been to a couple in the SIAC, Tennessee State homecoming. Went to GHO, obviously, A&T. But I got to get to Norfolk's homecoming, so I can make sure I can tell everybody what y'all represent.
Every year is something different. Every year is something different at homecoming.
Before we close, I want to give you all an opportunity to promote or plug, obviously any initiatives, or just let people know who might be watching, who aren't here, how they can contact, how they can support those Norfolk State alums who may not be here but might be watching. I want to give you an opportunity. Just talk to the camera there and let them know.
Okay, for my Maryland Spars, I'm gonna promote my own personal alumni chapter, Baltimore Metro chapter. You can follow us on all our social media, NSU AA Be More. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We have a website, NSU AA Baltimore. NSU AA Be More. You can join the chapter, join the Alumni Association, no matter where you are in the world. I'm actually the chapter development chairperson. Juanetta here is starting a Southern Florida chapter, so I'm working with her and several other groups. So if you are an alum and you are not in the 757, we want you to come back home to Sparta, and we welcome you, and we will get you started on getting a chapter in your area.
Yep. And thank you for helping me out. But we also have Facebook. Sorry, we don't have a Instagram yet. We're working on it since we're new. But we do have a Facebook page, South Florida Norfolk State chapter.
All right. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, this is my family. I am of Spartan blood. So even though I bleed orange and green, the DNA started with Sparta. So
y'all travel well too. I like this.
I love it. Man. I gotta find some of this. My dad. I gotta get my dad. I gotta get him hooked up with some new gear. I don't know. He's still rocking some old stuff.
Is actually from Tones of Melanin is actually from Norfolk State.
Is an alum of Norfolk State.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, it's a pleasure having Langston and Juanetta here. And we're going to come back in just a moment with some more right here, BCSN Game Time, live at the vendor tailgate right across the street from Center Park Stadium. We'll be back in just a moment.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel. Yes! That's how you waffle! Mr. This Script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel. A business big leaguer. Go for key. Even the ultimate pool float inflator. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corner.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulder Scalp Shield. Never not working.
When you're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics, there's only one place to go. Tune in to The Carlos Brown Show.
To the Game Time show here on the Black College Sports Network. And of course, being here in the vendor lot, it would behoove us to bring in a vendor, Nick Wallace of Lux.com. Man, you have some awesome stuff over there.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I had to bring you in, man. What you got here?
So we have the FAMU game shirts today.
and the polo shirts, and we have some other rest of stuff over there. The game shirts. The front is a nice one, and we have some T-shirts over there. We produce for the college for the website Collegian Lux, and we sell it. And we have our website is collegianlux.com.
Yeah, I've noticed that you all have been spreading out and growing. You know,
Yes,
in a lot
we
of
did.
ways, I believe a lot of this was developed CIAA. Then you moved into the MEAC-SWAC gear in there.
Yes.
I'm sure sometime you'll get into the SIAC, maybe even the HBCU with that. But this is official license.
Yes, we are official license. We have the license for CIAA. We have the license for the MEAC. We have the license for the SWAG, and then we have the license for each individual school. So we have at least majority of the HBC and a few historic white college, and we officially licensed.
Certainly. You also have a storefront for those
Yeah.
folks
Yes,
in
we have-
Baltimore. When they
yes.
come there, they can not only get stuff online,
We have a-
but you have a storefront. Tell us a little bit about the storefront.
So our store is in the harbor of Baltimore, downtown harbor. We have all the school them that you can think of that you can go and touch and feel and see the different all the HBC in the country.
I'm really big on embroidery, so I love the embroidery. But
Thank you.
But you also have a lot of creative designs. Can you go into kind of what is the process of thinking about what is a good design?
So I'm not the one who do the design.
Okay.
So my boss is the one who did the design, and that is my big brother. So,
Okay,
so
we'll talk about your big brother then.
So my big brother is the one who create all of this, and he put it on the paper, and I just execute it for him.
So how long have y'all been in this, and when did he bring you into it?
So we started in 2017, and then we go on a website, make our website after the pandemic, in the pandemic when everything was shutting down. So me and him come up with the idea and say, let's go to the website. So we create the website, and then we say, all right, we need to do this. So he's the one who put everything on paper. I just execute it with him, help him out, and do everything. So I'm the second with him. I'm the the second come on for him.
It's a significant. This is huge when you get to partner literally as the official gear of the cricket celebration
Yes.
bowl, as well as this, the MEAC-SWAC challenge. I think that is a significant statement itself. I do want to say this. I went to CIAA for the basketball tournament. So y'all had a jean jacket
Yes.
with all the logos on it.
Yes.
So and a black T-shirt that had that. I bought both of them. So I will get some stuff here. I really like the designs and the
Yeah.
quality of what you put together. And you got some good stuff for the SWAC too.
Yes, we have a few stuff for the swag. We coming up with a lot more.
Okay.
And we still work. He's still working on a couple designing that he coming out for the homecoming. So we still have more coming in.
Okay.
That I'm the one who print most of the T-shirt. I do the sales screen because we have a factory too in Baltimore. So we have the factory, we have a store. So we do sales screen too in the factory. I do the printing with other rest of guys then that we work with. He's the one who the behind it.
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
vision and
vision and everything. This what the website is called collegianlux.com.
Collegianlux.com. Okay.
Yes.
Charles, let's follow
Yeah,
up.
and I wanted to ask this question in terms of you guys are showing up at all these huge events. How is today's event in terms of the customers coming by and taking a look at your product and things of that nature?
So most of these, everyone that came up and look at these shirts, they love it. They're enjoying the design, the type of the material, and the printing. How does everything look different from everybody else designing? So everyone like our stuff. Wash good, pre-shrink, we try our best to make sure it's pre-shrink. So when you wash it or anything, you don't shrink on you.
Yeah.
So it's a good quality that we try our best to make sure we have the best out there.
Very festive atmosphere for purchasing good quality clothing as well, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about a little bit of the type of clothing you got. You got a polo shirt here. You said a silk screen. I know I saw a hoodie. What other type of thing? T-shirts, I imagine. What other type of items do you have for folks as they come in here? They'll know where to go.
So we do have jeans jacket. We have a bomber jacket.
Okay.
We have polo shirts. We have T-shirts for ladies cuts, men cuts, and we have the off the shoulders that the ladies like to wear. The off the shoulders, and we have shorts. We have sweatpants, and we are trying to come out with 10 taps very soon.
Okay. Nice. Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure. I'm going to let Charles ask the last question, and we'll get you out of here because I know you got to get back to some business.
I'll say thank you, first and foremost. I mean, I'm really appreciative of you stopping by. And I tell you what, give us the website one more time.
collegianlux.com.
There it is.
Thank you.
And it's also in the chat for those, so y'all can go and check it out. Make sure you support, because he's supporting us.
Make sure you check out our website, collegianlux.com. We're located in Baltimore, Maryland.
Charles, take us to a break.
There it is. We'll be right back here on the Game Time Show here on Black College Sports Network. We'll be right
In Atlanta, Georgia, the HBCU football capital hosts the Cricket MEAC-SWAC Challenge on August 24th. Florida A&M Rattlers, Norfolk State Spartans, SWAC versus MEAC. The rivalry is real. Come out to Center Park Stadium to see the returning HBCU national champions and two of the best HBCU bands in the land, the Marching 100 and the Spartan Legion. The day starts with a kickoff fan experience tailgate and concludes with a prime time matchup on ABC. For more information, visit MEAC-SWACchallenge.com.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
All right, welcome back to the BCSN GameTime Live here across the street from Center Park Stadium, Brian Fulford, 80 Drew. And I believe we have joining us now is our coach, who always talks to us, Stadium Sports Draft, Coach Bobby Swope.
Coach, are you there?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, y'all a little low up there. It's probably loud out there. How's everything going? A good crowd?
Can't hear us. Hold on a second.
I can hear you're low.
Go break. Go to break. Go to short. Go to break. We're going to go to break again.
Hey, grab me one too.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Choice Hotels.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay. Now, AD, I hear you a little better than I do Brian, but as long as you guys can hear me, I know it's at the game time. Is it a big crowd out there? Is there more orange and green and white?
It's about 50-50 right now.
AD, I can hear you a lot better than I can do Brian.
Okay, 3-1. How you doing this afternoon, Coach?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
We're doing good, getting ready for this victory.
Let's jump into this game while we got you here, because I know everyone's scheduled to be there. I know how you're tailgating or gaming for this. I'm looking forward to getting this game here before it gets together. Let's start with some of the
Let's break down games, Coach. Let's break down the quarterbacks.
Okay, let's talk about the quarterbacks. Let's go with Norfolk State quarterback first, okay? Jaden Daniels, 6'5", 220. He's a real good thrower, okay? He's a pocket passer. He's not a runner. He 3-step, 5-step. He throws a deep ball very well, okay? The out ball not so good. The underneath set so good. But if you give him time to drop back 3-5 steps, he can hurt you. He's not a runner, okay? He does not like to run. He can run. Let's don't get it wrong. He can run. But being in a 3-step, 5-step drop back is his forte. Now, Norfolk State is known for running. So I don't know how that's going to work today. They're going to need to run the ball to help him out. Don't put all the pressure on that young man. But I tell you what, if they can find one or two guys and go get the deep ball, he can deliver the deep ball very well. Now, FAMU's quarterback, short, 5'10", 195, built like Warren Moon. I'm not going to say he's Warren Moon because there'll be another Warren Moon, but built like Warren Moon. He's got a strong arm. Now, he's more of a rollout, left, right, set his feet, underneath, tight end pop passes, hit the swing passes. Doesn't throw the deep ball very well. He can throw it, but it's not very well. So FAMU's going to have to use their run game to help him out today too. But he's more of a, he's not. Now, once again, both of these guys are not runners, okay? Don't get it upset. They can run, but if they have to run, they're out of their element. They like to drop back 3-5 steps, throw the ball. Jalen Daniels has a good, strong arm. The good deep ball is his forte. The other kid from FAMU, Richardson, the underneath ball, the 5-7 yard out, the 20-yard ends, that's his forte there. But if they're getting blitzed and they have to run, they're out of their forte. So that's as much as I can say about those guys there. I'm excited to see both of them take over as starting quarterbacks, but both universities need to help them out by running the ball. Don't put all pressure on those young brothers. That's not fair. Run the ball. Both teams are capable of running the ball. But like I say, if each team try to blitz those guys and they get out of the element, they got to run, then it's going to be a long night for the other guys because they're not runners, they're throwers.
Yeah, we just saw the FAMU buses roll right past us there on the screen.
I was curious. It's interesting here. You
Hey, D, repeat what he said because I can't hear him, but I can hear you.
What he was asking is, he's got 3 years of film on Jaden Daniels. The other quarterback, 3 years on Richardson. But Daniels, you have very little film on. You got junior college film. So how much of an advantage or disadvantage is that for the coaches?
It's not really a disadvantage because I mean, even though he was at the junior college level, he comes from a good junior college. Garden City plays in the Jayhawk Conference, which is considered one of the better junior college conferences. The fact that Richardson played at FAU at a high level, that might be a slight difference, but you know they're equal today. They're both new starters on new teams, named starters in the last 24 hours. So there's not really going to be much. Once again, they're not runners. They're pocket passers. Richardson likes to roll out to left, right, set his feet. He's a good thrower underneath. He doesn't have a strong arm. Not to try to knock the brother and everything like that, but he's not going to be the one that's throwing 50, 60 yards deep. That's Daniel's job. Daniels can set back there 3-5 steps and throw it deep. So the D coordinators on either side should pick up easily. Now, if I'm the D coordinator and I see this, I'm going to blitz both of those young men. One, I want to see how good your O-line is. Two, I want to see can you run and throw at the same time. And once again, if they have to set their feet and throw the ball. If they have to run, they're getting out of their element. So to answer your question, it's not too much of a difference. Both guys are in unique situations. They're both first-year starters. They're both excited. I can guarantee their heart's pumping. But to help them out, each university is going to need to run the football.
All right. Coach, before we get out of here, give us 3 keys to victory for each team. With 3 keys for Norfolk, 3 keys for FAMU that we should watch at home to tell us who's most likely going to win this game.
Okay, no problem. Start with Norfolk. Keys to Norfolk winning the game, run the football. They got a big offensive line. Everybody know I like big linemen. They got big linemen. They got 2 good backs, so they can run the ball. Got to run the ball. 2, you got to play good defense. Okay, good defense. You got a new quarterback on the other side of the ball. See how good he is. Blitz him. Shake him up. Make him rattle. And 3, use their kicking game. Okay, FAMU, other side. Now, defensively, they've been known to have the best defense in HBCU football for the last couple years. They got a new defensive line. So that defensive line needs to show up from the first quarter through the fourth quarter to prove to everybody that they can maintain, they can still succeed. Control the line of scrimmage, penetrate the line of scrimmage, and continue the success of Dark Cloud defense. On the other hand, Richardson don't need to lose the game, but don't need to win the game. FAMU's very capable of running the ball. They got a big offensive line. Not as big as Norfolk, but they got a big line. Use those backs. They got 2 good backs. Let those backs go to work. Let Richardson roll out, those short passes underneath, things of that sort like that. And also, use your kicking game. Kicking game is going to be very important. I think this could be a good game if both teams come out and play defense and blitz those quarterbacks. But I got FAMU winning the game 28-14.
28-14 Rattlers. I like that prediction right there. Coach Norman Ferrasi, each and every Sunday night on the BCSN Sports Wrap, 6 o'clock,
Aloha, brother.
5 o'clock Central Time. And we look forward to hearing from you tomorrow, Coach Ferrasi, and hearing your breakdown on what exactly happened in this game here.
I got it right here. I got it on my 70-inch screen. I got my hot wings. I got my chips. I got my sodas. So I'm ready to go, fellas. So I'll be with you guys tomorrow.
No adult beverage?
Huh?
No adult beverage?
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know if I could say that. You know, I got the adult beverage, baby.
There's going to be plenty of them floating around here already in this heat.
Hey, you guys have a good day now. And I'm looking forward to get with you guys tomorrow, but I'm going to get this game, and we're going to get it tomorrow.
All right. We look forward to talking to you tomorrow night, Coach Ferrasi. That was Coach Ferrasi Norman right here on the BCSN Game Time. And coming up after the break, what we got coming up? All right, we've heard from the Behold the Green and Gold. Now it's time to hear from the people from the highest of 7 here. You are watching a BCSN Game Time show exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle.
Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel.
A business big leaguer. Go for key.
Even the ultimate pool float inflator.
With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working.
Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield. Never not working.
When you're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics, there's only one place to go.
Atlanta, Georgia. The HBCU football capital hosts the Cricket MEAC-SWAC Challenge on August 24th. Florida A&M Rattlers, Norfolk State Spartans, SWAC versus MEAC. The rivalry is real. Come out to Center Park Stadium to see the returning HBCU national champions and two of the best HBCU bands in the land, the Marching 100 and the Spartan Legion. The day starts with a kickoff fan experience tailgate and concludes with a primetime matchup on ABC. For more information, visit MEAC-SWACChallenge.com.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
All right, Brian Fulford here, BCSN Game Time, live across from Center Park Stadium here in the tailgate area, a lot of vendor tailgate. And it's a pleasure to be joined by a pair of Rattlers, Anika and Andrew. I'm going to let them go ahead and introduce themselves and their time spent on the yard. I'll start with ladies first. Anika?
Anika Royster. At the time I was on the yard. Entering class of 89. School of Business and Industry.
I know.
Yeah.
That's all right. Go ahead, Anika. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entering class 89.
Class 89.
School
okay.
of Business and Industry. School of Business and Industry. SBI.
SBI in the house. All right.
Definitely. Yes. And a member of the baddest Beta Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta.
Oh, okay. And Andrew, obviously, Andrew, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Andrew Scarrett. I'm a Bison secretly, but I'm an adopted Rattler. I've been working at FAMU off and on for the last 15 years, and I bleed orange and green.
Exactly. You're family. It's all good.
I'm family. Absolutely.
So here we are in Atlanta, a big time event, big game. Talk a little bit about this atmosphere and just when you see an event like this with so much beautiful orange and green, what kind of emotions stir up, and what's this like for you?
Oh, wow. I'm always overwhelmed when family comes together. So it's been a long time since we've had, like, other than the Celebration Bowl, kind of an Atlanta classic atmosphere. So, you know, it's a central place. Rattlers from all over the country can get here. And it's always great to see old friends, old sorority sisters, you know, just everybody. So it's a very warm and welcoming feeling. I'm overwhelmed by the love of family. It's great.
Gotcha. And Andrew, obviously, you know, being in that communications department, I mean, this has got to warm your heart, seeing that the message is getting out.
Absolutely. You know, nobody travels like the Rattlers. And
no, we don't.
When the orange and green descend on a city, you know it. Nobody travels like FAMU. And again, last time we were here, we took away some silverware, so we got some high expectations.
When it comes to getting the word out to Rattlers and Rattler Nation in the community, talk a little bit about the process that goes in and the coordinated effort in various areas of the university all the way down. It's not just the athletic department that makes this message go out. So give us, you know, take us behind the scenes and what that's like from a university perspective.
Well, what happens is that we've got a really good team, and, you know, some people call us the A-team, but what we have is we've got some really solid people on social media. Also, we've got a mailing list that is national, local, and statewide, and we also really closely connected with the Black press. So whenever we send out a message, people get it. If there's news at FAMU, people are going to hear about it. And,
Definitely. And I mean, I love the from the social media perspective, which I think is important for the younger alums. You know, I mean, I'm an older alum, but I mean, I'm heavy in the social media, but I know for our younger Rattlers, they live and die off of social media. So I think FAMU does a great job with the various tools of social media.
Yeah, we've got a really good team of people who understands the messaging. And, you know, if you need to get something fast to that young crowd, you got to get it on social media.
Right. Now, Anika, obviously, your organization, very, very, very strong, very large at Florida A&M. Talk from that perspective about from the organization perspective of how your organization works to engage with other sorors, the other alums, to make sure that it's well represented here at events like this.
Oh, absolutely. So the Beta Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta has a very strong presence in Atlanta. In and of itself, we just had a big event here where all the sorors who pledged at Florida A&M came together for a think tank round table type thing. So we have a very large presence here, and we keep in touch on so many, as you said, social medias, GroupMe's, Facebook. We have so many. So the word gets out, and we just, again, it's another opportunity for us to get together. You'll see us in droves, hundreds. I have 13 of my line sisters here now, so we always love an opportunity to reconnect, and so it's always great. It's always great.
Now, is there I didn't see it. Did I miss the Beta Alpha tailgate? Did I miss it somewhere?
No.
If it's somewhere, that's where I'd rather be right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, no offense, Andrew, and no offense on BCSN GameTime.
No.
But if you told me that there was somewhere where all the Beta Alphas that I was anyway.
Yeah. You want to be there because you understand.
That's where I want to be.
Because you understand.
I understand.
No, we're incorporated within the Alumni Association Tailgate, which is 2 tenths behind me.
Exactly.
And so we're deep over there right now.
I'm going to slide over there.
Yeah, you need to slide over there to reconnect with some of your Beta Alphas.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
It's we're always welcoming. So.
Good to know. Thank you. Okay, I want to go as we conclude the segment, kind of give you an opportunity to make a bold prediction. We love throwing out predictions, and I don't know is that the 100 across the way?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that was the 100 across the way. So I'll start with you, Andrew. Predictions. Give us some predictions, or maybe even a bold prediction on the ONG on Wednesdays night. We like to do bold predictions. So why don't you give us a bold prediction for this game? We already know who you're gonna pick to win.
28-10.
28-10 score. Give me a bold prediction, something that you think is going to happen.
Today or for
this game.
We're going to score on the first 2 possessions.
First 2 possessions. I like that. Specifics, touchdowns, field goals, or what? Doesn't matter. We're going to score. All right. I love that. Bold prediction. We're scoring the first 2 possessions. Anika, give me a ball. We know that you're going to that the Rattlers are going to win. So give me a bold prediction. Give me something that you expect to see happen in this game.
I'm going to say something bold. We'll win by 16. That's what I'm going to say.
16.
I love
like that.
I love that number.
16. Okay. I think I understand why. I got to put that in the Rolodex. And look, for those who know, that's covering. So I mean, just in case you wanted to know, that the line is 13.5. So she's rolling 16.
Yes,
so
going with
16. I already put my money down on FAMU winning by more than 13.5. So I'm rolling with Anika here.
Okay.
We're going 16 points. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you guys again.
And thanks for having us, man.
Yes, thank you.
Wednesday nights, the ONG Strike Zone. For those of you who are not familiar, and we talk all things FAMU athletics and culture, and it's all because of Rattlers like these two here, and the many others that watch us here on the Black College Sports Network. So things up, ladies and gentlemen. The Rattlers are coming. We're here, and we're gonna strike, and strike again. Watch out. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Hey, grab me one too.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture this.
Atlanta, Georgia. The HBCU football capital hosts the Cricket MEAC-SWAC Challenge on August 24th. Florida A&M Rattlers, Norfolk State Spartans, SWAC versus MEAC. The rivalry is real. Come out to Center Park Stadium to see the returning HBCU national champions and two of the best HBCU bands in the land, the Marching 100 and the Spartan Legion. The day starts with a kickoff fan experience tailgate and concludes with a primetime matchup on ABC. For more information, visit MEAC-SWACchallenge.com.
Back here to the Game Time show here on the Black College Sports Network. Hey, now
we're about to get into some nitty gritty on terms of this football game. Bobby, I know you know any and everything in regards to this Florida A&M Rattlers. But when you take a look at today's matchup, what is it that you're looking for?
Well, I want to see some stability in the offensive line, defensive line. It's on now.
There we go.
If we can control the line of scrimmage, I think we got a lot of good athletes on the outside and in the backfield and in the secondary. I think it'll be one in the trenches, and this will tell me a lot about where we will stand during the year.
I think that was kind of the huge thing last year. We'll take a look at Florida A&M in the trenches. You guys really beat teams up. You saw kind of towards third quarter last year, teams kind of started to wear down. I think you touch on something that's going to be huge in terms of are we going to see something similar in regards, especially on the defensive side of the ball?
I actually think it's going to be a lot different this year. I don't want to take anything from what Coach Simmons did. From what I've seen so far, I think they're very structured in how they do and go about business. And I think Coach Coles has implemented a very systematic way of making those guys understand that it's about team first. And I think you're going to see a different team because they do have the depth and they have a lot of great, like athletic linemen up front on both sides of the ball. And they can actually go 3 deep, and they can really do what Jay Gaither used to say, blood, sweat, and tears when it comes to the line. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them play today.
Sure.
I wanted to ask you from this perspective of what you gathered as you speak of it, particularly what do you think offensively they're going to run? Offensively, what do you see them running this?
Well,
it's last couple of years has been more pass-oriented, but it actually in some cases about 50-50. It just seemed that way. You see that continue, but more from a run perspective or what?
No, I actually think that just Coach is not letting folks know what they're really going to do. But I think with Richardson at quarterback, he really can sling the ball, right?
Okay.
He's a very heady young man. He's a pedigree from down in Miami. He's been starting since a freshman in high school. And if you go look at his career, he's been very steady. And we got athletes out there on the corners. I think we're going to throw the ball. Now, we do have some great running backs back there, but I think it'll probably be more or less 65-35, if you ask me.
Yeah, for us football heads, we start looking at football sometimes junior high, but certainly high school. So we are familiar with that Miami Northwestern team and what it's done over the years in terms of the talent. Obviously, people know about the talent base in Miami, but it's like some of those major programs when you think about New Orleans, particularly in the urban areas that have been historically good for a long time, Houston, Dallas, even Lawton, Oklahoma, all the way up. Tell those that do not understand when you say that he was a 4-year starter starting as a freshman 4 years at Northwestern. Tell them what that means for those that may not follow high school football, particularly in the state of Florida.
If you start anywhere in the city of Miami in high school football as a freshman, that means you have a great pedigree and mindset to get out there and play at that level of football you see in Miami.
Put it up a little more.
So
there you go.
When I say that,
we don't want them to say that we didn't allow you to speak now.
No. Yes, my name is Bobby Swope, and I'm here representing the Rattlers.
If they didn't know.
It's obvious. But really, when you talk about
thank you,
FAMU and his athletes, we get Florida is loaded with talent.
Yeah.
So we get to do something some other states don't do. We got a lot of football programs, and everybody recruit the state of Florida, but we get a lot of good athletes out of the state. And when you talk about a guy like Richardson, he's got a long history. Even Coach Cozy does, from his family. His daddy being an athletic director, a coach, his uncle playing in the NFL. He was a star player at Florida State. So when you look at his pedigree, and even he's a well-structured umpire in the SEC. So that tells you a lot about his integrity when you see a coach like that. So
that's right.
The kid's going to follow his suit. So we're going to be all right under his leadership.
Bobby, let me ask this question. From a Norfolk State perspective, taking a look at what you think Dawson Odums might want to do in this game, what do you think might be the Spartan game plan to try to slow FAMU down?
Well, I think he'll probably try to run the ball at first to see if he can establish the run and kind of give his quarterback a chance to get indoctrinated into Norfolk State football settings. But, you know, he'll throw the ball. He got some athletes. And he has a huge line. I don't know. A lot of them was preseason all conference. But I don't know what that's going to translate on the field today. But this quarterback he has, 6'5", 220 pounds, is a heck of an athlete, right? He can throw the ball. And, you know, so it's going to be a challenge. But I think our guys will be up to it. But when you look at Coach Odom's his history at Southern, he's been a hard-nosed, hard-hat guy.
So you talked about Coach Cozen, and I was fascinated just learning sort of the background history of Coach Cozy. But for those who don't know, rich legacy within the state of Florida, the Cozy name.
Oh, yes. Neil Cozy's uncle played in the NFL with the Raiders and several other teams. I've known of his family from this legacy for years, right? And then, you know, all the older guys know his dad, who's been around for years. Coach Rowe also came under that same leadership. So they have a rich tradition in the South.
Let me ask you a question a little bit while we got you. We don't always have the privilege to have folks that have been seasoned in regards to watching a lot of HBCU football, particularly FAMU football. Talk about this generation's football and how much is similar or different than what other generations of FAMU football.
Well, this generation is a little different, right?
Right.
We spent, growing up in South Florida, we spent about 80% of our day outside playing ball. We organized ourselves, and we kind of taught ourselves the game. A lot of these kids now learn the game on the computer, right?
Yeah.
They're smart, and they understand the terminology, but the pedigree and what I call go-gettedness and just being just straight up desire to dominate. They're a little different than others.
Yeah, that's fair.
Find very few with that same pedigree like us.
Very fair.
As they say, they're not like us.
No doubt.
That's pretty good.
Yes,
so what are your ideas of liking the fact that we have the game MEAC-SWAC Challenge here in Atlanta? It's kind of midpoint in a lot of ways between the SWAC and the MEAC. The iterations of the SWAC now expanding 12 teams against this.
Well, I mean, it's a tremendous activity for the community here in Atlanta, being that this city is predominantly dominated by African Americans, and it's a good thing and it's a good showing. As you can see, you see a lot of high school kids out. It's very significant and important that these kids see the academic background of the folks that's out here, and they get exposed. This is something I didn't get when I was little.
Well said.
And I think it's the greatest thing can happen for a young man, a young lady, to get exposed, because there's a lot of recruiting here done. So you got the Army ROTC, you got all these other entities out here and exposing these kids. So it's really good.
We get the privilege to see you talking to us on watching the show, giving us backdrop, texting us and different things like that. We had the privilege also seeing you doing baseball, putting your knowledge in there. And now the SWAC, which was in Atlanta at the time, obviously, the last couple of years, and it'll be here for the third year. But now they're bringing the basketball tournament here. What are your thoughts in terms of what can happen with the basketball coming here to Atlanta?
I thought it was the ideal place to bring basketball. I mean, Atlanta itself is deeply rooted in basketball here. We got a lot of great athletes here. And for the coaches,
that's a good point.
This will be a great opportunity to recruit Atlanta.
Yeah, fertile recruiting ground.
It will be outstanding. And also, it's only 3 minutes down the street from my house. So I get to go in and sit there.
You've always been brutally honest. Charles, you can ask the last question before we take it away.
Well, let me ask this, and I know you're a fervent watcher of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Is there a team beyond FAMU, of course, that you're keeping your eye out for this year?
Well, I joke a lot, but I don't disrespect no team because, see, one thing, being a former player myself,
Yes, sir.
I understand that on any given day in HBCU football,
Yes, sir.
if you go in there slipping, that other team take advantage. So as the coaches say, you got to show up every day and kill a flea with an axe. And if you don't, it'll come back and bite you. So when you look in these environments in black college football, and especially this year for Florida A&M, they're going to get everybody the best because what? If you want to be the best,
you got to beat
Jay
it.
Walker said, you got to beat the best.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that a lot this year. We're going to get everybody the best shot this year. So I just think Coach Cozy has done a great job getting these guys ready. Now we got to put it all together and win, play one game at a time. We can't look at the last year. That's over. We can't look forward. We got to take care of business today. We can't overlook Norfolk State, or you'll find yourself in a dogfight.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm fascinated because now you got a lot of FCS teams that are introducing these tablets. I want to know how that's going to be
incorporate that
into today. Yeah. And is it going to be anything that we can noticeably see? And I know that's not a question that we can answer now because we got to see what it looks like. But I want to get you to think about that as the game goes on and come back and talk to us and tell us, next week or two, let me know if you thought you seen anything different based on what could have been attributed to them now having the tablets.
Well, yes. That would be very significant for us because we got 28 kids that came down. So I'm interested to see how they perform and at what level they perform. Now, on paper, they look great. But I want to see them out here step up today and be the difference maker. Then we'll know.
There you go.
There it is. Well, man, I'm glad you stopped by and shared your knowledge, man. Always fascinating sitting around talking to you a little bit about the little football. Getting closer and closer game time.
Yeah, I got to go coach. I got to go in and take my seat and analyze everything.
There it is.
Make sure you give us your report. Send me the text now. I want to know.
It's definitely. And, I'm also happy to be here.
They don't know you, my chief.
Two alpha mans, right?
Yeah.
Say this. It's an alpha thing, even though you got the sigma over here, but it's an alpha thing,
There it is.
So there you heard it.
No better way to close out this segment. We'll be right back here on the Game Time Show here on the Black College Sports Network.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel. Yes! That's how you waffle! Mr. This script got a plot twist at a Radisson hotel. A business big leaguer. Go for key. Even the ultimate pool float inflator. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield. Never not working.
When you're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics, there's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
All right, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to the BCSN Game Time Show, live here from the MEAC-SWAC Challenge Center Park Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia. It's gotten hyped. It's got more stuff coming. I am Roy Evans. Right now, I am on the mic with 2/3 of the ONG Strike Zone. Of course, you guys know them, Marcus and Kelvin. Right, Rattler's in there. We had to split it up a little bit because Kelvin brought that gray up because the orange would have been clashing a little bit. So we did that. But guys, listen up. We're about 45 minutes away from us ending, getting ready for the game, an hour and a half. Let's start talking about some of your additional thoughts about what you need to look for today for the game. What are you looking for? And I'm going to roll back to some other stuff. But let's talk about the game really quick from your perspective. What do you, not just what you expect, what do you want to see from your Rattlers?
You want to start? Okay. I guess for me, I want to see consistency from Daniel Richardson. And we're bringing in a new quarterback, new to the system, and I want to see how the offensive flow starts. You know, if we can get off to a good start, even if we can move the ball, not necessarily score, we want to score on the first possession, of course. But if we can at least show we can move the ball and that we're getting some of those jitters out, not only for the team on the offensive side of the ball, but also for us fans, because like it or not, we have a new quarterback, we have a new nucleus, and we want to see how they perform based on what we saw last year.
All right. Kelvin?
I want to get there early, you know, and see the team warm up, because I hadn't had a chance to go to camp and see them at all live. You know, I've saw videos and I've had reports, people who've been there, but I kind of want to see, you know, the chemistry, the movement of the guys, you know, the warm ups, see if I see anything different. And in terms of the game itself, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Norfolk State side. You know, they have about 80 players returning on their squad, right? Not outside of, you know, just those 19 starters. So this is a team that played a lot of football, came up just short. And so I'm interested to see how they handle this atmosphere, right? Can they get off to a solid start? They ain't got to get off to a great start, but, you know, 3 and out or keeping us from going straight down the field, I think it's going to be key for them. For us, I think, you know, we've been in so many championship moments. We've been in front of so many big crowds. I don't think it matters. But I do think for Norfolk State to stay in this game, it's going to be important that they get off to a solid start.
All right, cool. So I want to roll back to something that we were talking about at the beginning of the show. You guys weren't here. One of the things that we talked about was how electric this atmosphere was here at the MEAC-SWAC Challenge. And do you think that there is a way that the HBCU landscape can duplicate this kind of feelings and this type of atmosphere in other sports? If so, what do you think we need to do to make stuff like that happen?
Well, it comes down to resources and vision. Well, it comes with vision first and then the resources behind it. So I've always thought that it was a great idea to have a MEAC-SWAC challenge in basketball. You know, we do it in baseball already. You know, we've got these MEAC, you know, FAMU has a couple of MEAC games on the schedule this year. But I think we need to do more of that, and we need to monetize that, right? Get the key matchups that people want to see. You know, the band has to be a part of it because that kind of distinguishes us from other games, and it's kind of our niche in the market. So, you know, this matchup, we have two high caliber HBCU bands. You know, Norfolk State people know them for more basketball, but beautiful campus, beautiful area of Virginia. And I think the more exposure we can get for our student athletes on a national platform is going to help us to get there. But again, I would like to see the conference offices work more with the schools and kind of making that happen. They are doing that, right? So, you know, the SWAC has moved their tournament here to Atlanta, right? Yeah. They already have the baseball tournament set up, and then, you know, with the MEAC-SWAC and the Celebration Bowl. So those things are happening, and I just want to see us continue to grow that.
Marcus?
For me, I'd like to see if we can somehow either translate some of the excitement around football, because football is king, if we can somehow translate that or even replicate other models that we've seen in other conferences, whether they be Power 4 or even mid-major, as it relates to how they promote and generate interest in their Olympic sports. Like I think baseball, and for us, basketball is a sleeping giant, and we saw some excitement there. And I think capitalizing on some of the excitement that we had with some of the teams that had some great players on the men's and women's side, and trying to leverage that and having a focused effort in doing so to try to bring it up so we have enough excitement year round versus a rush with football, and then we have cyclic type excitement for the other sports when they're doing well, and that'll help build support.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of opportunities. That's the first thing that we do need to recognize. That there are a lot of opportunities for the HBCU landscape to grow itself, to expand out, and to increase the fan base of doing it. I think, let's be realistic. Most black people in this country are no more than 3 degrees away from somebody at an HBCU. So it's not like we can't generate that interest, get them engaged in who and what we're doing, and just find ways to get that stuff going. But we as the fan bases have to start taking more accountability in that. And there are ways that we can help do that. And we're going to talk about some of that stuff we're going to start talking about next week while we're down in Miami when we do. This is week 0, so it's like the warm-up week for us, but next week starts the season off officially when we're down at the Orange Blossom Classic. A lot more general discussions. We're going to put some polls out. We want all of you guys to participate in the polls, give you a number for our voicemail so you can send in your comments that we will air some of them, because some of y'all we might not be able to put on the air. I'm not going to say no names, but, we're going to find ways to get in and do some stuff. Before we get you guys out of here so that you can go get ready and we get ready to shut down, what's your last word about what's going on out here that you would like to say to everybody?
It's festive. I just walked up. They've got the road shut down, like blocked off, and it's just like a party. We have both sides of the street. We have the Fan Fest, and I guess the corporate one over there, and people are just milling around, walking around. It's just beautiful sight.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in Atlanta. Also, the weather is great. It's not too hot. It's hot, but it's not muggy. And you can get around this, and the setup is I think the best one I've seen. I came here last year, and I think they had it reversed a little bit, but the setup is nice, man. The people are a lot of familiar faces. And I have to give the Spartans, I give them a hard time. I give them a shout out. I say it was going to be 5 people. They got 500.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, guys. Well, listen, folks. Hold on, Ron Fry in the building. But what we're going to do, we're going to take us a quick break. We'll be back with more conversations right here. It's the BCSN Game Time show right here on the Black College Sports Network.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Hey, grab me one too.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember. They can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less? You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go, why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture.
Live here with the Black College Sports Network. It's the BCSN Game Time show. Right now, I am actually joined by one of my fraternity brothers, of course, as you guys can see. I did not realize that you went to Norfolk State.
There's only one place to go, and that's Norfolk State University. We want to make that clear that the preeminent black college in all the world is Norfolk State University. So I just want to get that settled real quick. But it's good to see you, Roy. I love you, man. Can I tell you how far back me and this man go? This man helped me. He started me out in my political journey with all of his communication expertise. I'm glad to see you, bro.
So just to let you guys know, this is Brother Jonathan Mason, was what was it, 40?
No. 34th International President.
34th International President of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Doing this thing, like I said, he's been in the media business for a long time, but he's got some great stuff going. You know what? Talk to us a little bit about Norfolk State University, just some general stuff, man.
So founded by Virginia's Golden Shores in 1935. Norfolk State University used to be a part of Virginia State University.
Really?
But we branched out on our own and became our own university. Enrollment right now around 6,000. We have birthed thousands and thousands of scholars. And I got to tell you, man, in all seriousness, Norfolk State changed my life, man. You know, I came from a predominantly white community. I didn't even know what an HBCU was growing up. And by certain circumstances and chances and God's will, I ended up at Norfolk State on a football and wrestling scholarship. And I'll never, ever regret that decision to be around my people, folk that look like me, come from a common background, share a history together. Man, it has been the most joyous experience of my life going to Norfolk State University, man.
Hey, listen, I can empathize with you because I feel the same way about FAMU. Didn't know you played football, so talk to me because I know that means that you have some thoughts on what you guys have going on. Now, I'm going to tell you something. We did a pre-show yesterday. I actually picked Norfolk State as my sleeper to win the MEAC.
Wow.
Because you guys have a good coach.
Okay.
And one of the things that we talked about is that he's coming in and he's building a program. Talk to us about what you see with the program and what you'd like to see.
So first of all, let's just talk about college football in general.
Okay.
It's hard to build a program now.
Yeah.
When you think about NIL and when you think about the transfer portal, these young men, if they don't feel like they're getting a fair shake. See, back in the day when I was on the team, I thought I should have been starting as a freshman. I thought immediately I should be out on the field. Well, now if somebody has that mindset, they're not sticking it out to get a chance to start. They're putting their name in the portal to go somewhere else where they can play right now.
Yeah.
And that is the antithesis of building a team. You bring freshmen in, you bring young guys in to move them up the ranks so that when they become juniors and seniors, they are helping to continue the legacy and the success of the team. So all I'm saying is our coach has a tough road ahead in building because people don't have the patience to build anymore. We're prayerful that it's going to be a good season. We've had some rough seasons over the last several years, but we're prayerful. But I don't hold out a lot of hope for. I don't like what they've done with the portal and NIL. I just don't like it. Do I think that young men should get paid because they fill up these stadiums? The answer is yes. But I think that money should be put in a trust for them after they graduate school. They shouldn't have access to all that money right now.
Different take on that, NEIL. I hadn't heard that one before, but all right. Once again, folks, we're not going to hang too long. We're going to get ready to go ahead and take a break, bring the crew back, and get ready to close us out. But I saw my brother walking by, and I had to get him, especially when he told me he worked.
Congratulations, man. And I want your people to know that I appreciate you, bro. You are part of my past, present, and future, and you're my brother. Love you much, man.
All right, thanks again. That's amazing. We'll be right back with more on the Black College Sports Network.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Hey, grab me one too.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember. They can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
All right, everybody. Hello and welcome back to the BCSN Game Time Show as we get ready to shut it down and move on and get ready for the next phase of the day, which is the game itself. Alongside Dr. Kenyatta Cavill, I am Roy Evans. Doc, this is what we wait for, man. You know.
Yeah, this is what we do. You know, we covered all year long, but we get a little bit of a break, obviously, in the summer because we're talking about college sports. And then, you know, we find ways to make sure we still entertain the people, but we go off script. But as you get into that July and you get the media days, you start to get excited a little bit, and you know it's close.
Yeah.
But then it tapers off real quick, and then all of a sudden, everything knows it starts when you start talking about the MEAC-SWAC challenge in week 0, because you know that is the official toe meets leather, and it's time to get down with the get down. And then right after that, you know, you basically have week to week to week games that we talk about. So, and that also means that you got your full academic year. So you're going to roll right into basketball season, right into baseball, softball, track and field before you have to take a break and start all over.
Most definitely. And believe us, we're going to be at a lot of events this year, doing some things going around and just staying engaged with the HBCU community. get ready. Next week will be the first official week of the BCSN Game Time show where we will come out. It'll be the full format of the show. You guys will get to see. We're going to have discussions on different things. Like I said, please, folks, be on the lookout for the polls. When we send the polls out, please go vote in the polls. Please give us your opinion. Tell us about the topics that you guys want to hear. We got the dean sitting here, so we always get a perspective that most people won't bring in as they bring the athletics and business side together and just doing all kinds of things. And listen, we've been great. The weather has been immaculate.
Oh, it's been great. I mean, it's bright and everything, but you're getting a constant wind, so it's really cooling it down. So for those that talk about hot Atlanta's been good to us this weekend in terms of being able to take care of us. And it's going to be in a great atmosphere for a game tonight. So you know it's going to continue to cool off a little bit.
Yes, sir.
You'll still get a breeze, but it should be a bright and clear sky. So this is going to be a great opportunity, a fascinating matchup and game. I'm looking so forward to it.
I think at least the first half will be during the daytime before it gets dark. It gets dark about 9 o'clock, 9:30. So, you know, we're gonna have a daylight game most of the time today, and that's gonna be really good. Don't know if that'll affect anybody as they get on the field, because I think the sun actually will be behind folks. But Doc, I want to thank you guys for coming out. We've had a ball doing what we do. Again, folks, next week we will be down in Miami for the Orange Blossom Classic. Look for us Saturday because, of course, the Orange Blossom Classic is actually on Sunday. So we will do a pregame show from their particular fan fest. But we will do the BCSN Game Time show starting at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I get it right.
Times, Central East.
Right.
And you move it around.
Right. We will be starting at 9 o'clock Eastern time for the BCSN Game Time show, coaches interviews, players interviews, things from across the entire HBCU sports diaspora. Not just football. We'll be talking to volleyball as well as the volleyball season gets ready to get kicked off next weekend. We're looking forward to having a lot of fun. So for the entire crew, for Kim, for Brian, for Drew, for Charles, for Dr. Cavill, for Kelvin, we want to thank you all. Kelvin again, and Kelvin, and then Marcus. Yeah, right. We want to get you guys going, and let's see if we can get some help here. So, Doc, you got course?
Yeah, course.
Lecture. Dismissed, as they say. We'll see you guys later.